Today, from London, England, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports. We'll see Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they can get it.
First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And here comes the winner of the last 2 NFL MVP awards, Aaron Rodgers, as he brings his Packers out for their first series of the game.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
And they got the win, so I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 18 carries, 80 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Waiting on it will be Richie James. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center.
New York State committed to Daniel Jones for a 4th season, but also made this a decisive year by declining his 5th-year option. 2022 looks like Jones' final chance to prove he can be the franchise face for the Giants, and he does have a cadre of weapons that he'll need to top his career highs of 3,000 yards and 24 touchdowns that he set as a rookie.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play cover.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw's a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive.
They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers.
They'll go right back to Tunyon. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Watkins here.
No gain on the play, and it's second down. Rodgers to throw once more. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a third down and 3. To throw is Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Leonard Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down.
Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there.
This will be a 37-yard attempt.
And Johnson's kick is good.
And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves. And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time looked well for a solid gain.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now Jones.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now Rodgers. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run. After 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On play action, Rodgers. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback. And he put it right where it needed to be.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he's got it.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Jones. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Rodgers now to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Rodgers going to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Now it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
And Johnson's kick is good.
And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And New York set to take the field.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand.
NFL Madden League Season 2-1-2-0-2-2 Week 5 games and highlights will be coming up next on Goats International Sports Showdown 2022.
Made at the 10-yard line. The kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Touchdown! Romeo Doubs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Possession switching back to the New York Giants. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. A run between the tackles with Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
On to punt, Jamie Gillen. That's taken on the 25. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. From the 38, Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Here's Tony on the quick slant. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. He stiff arms him. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Operating from the gun. Jones. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. And to the 36-yard line. Taken down there after getting 8 yards. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. This ball tipped and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. So this matchup, the second of 3 games in London this year. Vikings and Saints were here last week. And then the Broncos and Jags, they'll be at Wembley at the end of the month. Plus this year, remember, a 4th European game, our first one ever in Munich, Germany. And it'll be the Bucs and the Seahawks November 13th. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. Maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the 1st half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
The Packer offense heading back for one final 1st half drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. But just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game, as it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Breida, they'll go up the middle. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. From the 41, Jones over the middle, caught by Bellinger. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Off play action. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. They run for it with Breida. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. On the delay, here's Breida. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw.
Jones. Bellinger hauls it in out left side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On the handoff, this is Breida. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to run with Breida. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Matt Breida, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are back within a score. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it was Matt Breida who had the touchdown run to put an end to it. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2.
Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Watson has it right side. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, they're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you got to call that both ways.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Jones throw on target to Shepard, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. A new lease on life after the fourth down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones throwing deep for Galladay. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. And that's complete to Shepard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 32 on the play.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got Bellinger. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a give to Breida. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The Giants on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Giants. Kadarius Toney, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Well, quite the comeback here. They have erased that deficit, pushed themselves out in front now here in this 4th quarter.
But this game's kind of felt like a horse race, hasn't it, partner? Because, yeah, the other guys run out to their big lead, but then slowly and surely, they've been creeping up and closing that gap. Now they've stuck ahead in front here late in the game. The finish line's not far away. They need their defense to finish this thing off.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Packers ready to take over offensively. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. Rodgers now on 1st down. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
NFL Madden Week Season 212022 Week 5 matchup is now live streaming on GOAT's International Sports Showdown 2022.
You hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Back to throw. Jones.
Screen play set up for Williams.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. This is Shepard on the catch. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So it's Giants football
Week
here
5
as we
New
welcome you
York
back.
Giants 3-1
They're looking
Green
at a
Bay
4th
Packers
down now as
2-2.
they try to hold on to this lead for dear life.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
So now Rodgers in the pack. Down 17-13. A minute 54 on the clock. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Finding Watkins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Rodgers to throw. Able to find Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down now, but that clock rolling. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Able to find Lazard. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Rodgers.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his helmet. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now Rodgers.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. He's got the hook up to Lazard. Now the the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He's back to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Week 5 Dallas Cowboys 2-2 Los Angeles Rams 1-0 final.
Knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel like it just leaves them asking what could have been? So many moments when they could have had a big play to change the outcome of this game. And let's face it, none bigger than that final snap that just fell short.
So for the Giants, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for Green Bay,
Week 5 San Francisco 49ers 3-7 Carolina Panthers 1-5 final.
Next week for a date with the New York Jets. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Week 5 Chicago Bears 2-2 Minnesota Vikings 2-9 final. Week 5 Seattle Seahawks 3-2 New Orleans Saints 3-9 final.